Ladies and gentlemen, President Nixon has just come back from a triumphant tour of Europe.
And tonight,
Tom?
that's right, he has come back from a triumphant tour of Europe. That's what it is. And
All
tonight,
right.
with the help of David Frye, we like to show segments of 3 of his key visits:
That's right.
England, France, and Rome.
My favorite people. And you are my favorite people. Make no mistake about that. I have come to Europe primarily, of course, to see England. And I want to reassure you people. And I want to make it very clear that not one word of what Prime Minister Wilson tells me will ever get back to President de Gaulle. Now, before I leave you to go on to less important areas, I want to say that I have had some criticism lately that my past few months in office have been, shall we say, uneventful. Well, let me just say this about that, and let me make this very, very clear to everybody here tonight. There is a very good reason for this. We haven't been doing anything yet. Mais amis favors. And make no mistake about it, you are my favorite amis. This, of course, is the highlight of my trip to Europe. Make no mistake about that. I just had a meeting with Charles de Gaulle, and we discussed in length everything Prime Minister Wilson told me in England. Now, some of you wonderful French people are probably asking yourself this question, as I am asking myself this question. What has Richard Nixon done since he took office? I'm glad you asked me that question. Now, let me just say this, and may I attempt to answer that, and I want to be crystal clear about it as I am about the rest of my answers. I have already started to coordinate Mr. Johnson's final act in office with my first act. Mr. Johnson's final act, as you all know, was to remove the barbecue pit from the master bedroom. My first act, of course, is to remove the barbecue sauce off the sheets, the walls, the rugs, the ventilation. I have put Spiro Agnew completely in charge of that project. Friends, Romans, countrymen, and I feel like you are my countrymen. I come to this country because, as far as I'm concerned, all roads lead to Rome. Now, before I say ciao, and make no mistake about it, I will say ciao. I know what you are wondering. What am I here for? I, of course, am wondering that, too. Well, aside from the fact that you are my favorite people, and make no mistake about that, you are my favorite people, the main reason, let me make this very clear, the main reason I'm here is that, and I want to make this, of course, pizza clear to all of you people. A little funny of my own, I hope you enjoy it. Now, let me, of course, say this. This morning, I had a meeting with His Holiness, the Pope. We talked about, of course, naturally, what I said to de Gaulle and Wilson. Usually everything I say, including what I'm saying to you here now, is a closed-mouth secret. But I didn't want to tell him anything. But there's something about that man that just makes you want to confess.